Well, hello, guys and girls. Yes, I know. I went into hiding for a while, but for those who do not know, I have a major vitamin D deficiency because I live in the healthy, rainy, dark, gloomy state of Oregon, and there's no sunshine and hasn't been sunshine for weeks. So luckily me, I got a vitamin D deficiency, what happens to you when you get this is you lose all of your energy. And it takes lots of energy to do a radio show because I have to talk really loud because I have a very small voice. So if I don't push it out, you're not going to hear a word I say, and it's going to sound like I'm mumbling to myself. So that's what you have to do. So I'm on my second pill. I have 2 more pills to take. I have to take 1 pill a week, and there's something like 10,000, I don't know, it's IU, milligrams, I don't know, whatever. And it's a lot of it all at one time. So that's why you only take 1 pill a week. So I'm on the second pill. My energy is coming back. I'm coming back to normal. I'm not just laying on the couch like a old fried potato. I've been, I knew something was wrong because 3 weeks went by and I couldn't vacuum my house. Every time I thought about it, I just lay back down and go, I couldn't do it. I couldn't even get the energy to do it. No washing clothes, no vacuuming, nothing. I was just laying around, watching TV, just dying there on the couch, So it's like, something's wrong. My energy is gone. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. All gone. So now it's back. It's coming back. I'm coming back to life like I was a flower that kind of just temporarily died, and now I'm blooming back into springtime here. So, and in springtime is in the air. My flowers are blooming, my trees are blooming, and I am blooming. Here we go. So anyway, though I think I might have dementia because this morning, I don't know. This morning, I could have swore this morning, I usually go out and feed these stray cats that run around the neighborhood. This morning, I swear that I went outside and saw a stray dog out there. This big, kind of a medium-sized, black, long-haired dog. And I thought, oh, what a pretty dog. And I thought, okay, I'll just go out there and feed him. So I put the food dish out and put my leg out, not thinking that it could bite me or something. Just took the food dish, put it down there, and then closed the door. And I'm thinking, then later on I was thinking, well, I did have a nap, I did a nap in the middle of the daytime. And I thought, was that a dream or was it real? And I still don't know whether that really happened or if it was a dream. That's dementia. It's like, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I'm getting old. Things are hitting me in the head left and right. So, that's what happens when you get old. My mom's always telling me, do you have to always talk about your sickness, this and that, and other thing that I've got? It's like, well, I have these things. She doesn't have much of these things. And it's like, so to most of the people, I sound like a hypochondriac. I'm not a hypochondriac. I do go to the doctor. This is all on my paperwork. Everything that happens to me is on my paperwork. It's real. It's been tested. I've had blood tests for all the things I have. It's real. I'm not making this up, okay? And I eat very well. I do. I eat vegetables and fruits constantly. I'm always eating very well. I don't overdo the meat. I don't, I don't eat bad oil. I don't eat margarine. There's I eat nuts. I just eat everything you're supposed to eat. I drink fruit juice and stuff like that, and it's like I'm still got problems. So, I'm working on it though. I'm just waiting for the miracle cure for everything that I have. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah. Besides that, I was reading something yesterday about, and I don't know how true this is. It said something about diabetics. For diabetics, they said put some okra into a glass of water overnight, and then the next day, take the okra out of the glass of water and drink the water. And this is supposed to replace any kind of shots you're supposed to get for diabetes. I'm like, I don't know, if I was a diabetic, if I would want to take that chance of not taking my shot and just doing that. I mean, I don't know, if this is legit, would you want to take that chance? I don't know, I mean, I would rather take the healthier way out myself, but still in a situation like that, I don't know if I would want to take the chance, because, you can end up dead. So I don't know who puts this stuff out. They put it on Facebook and, some of it's believable, some of it's not believable, but I don't know, because I don't know who to believe, whatever. There's so much stuff. I'm just shaking my head because I don't know. There's too many liars out there. How can you tell whether you're reading something that's good and real and who's telling the truth and who's lying? It's a hard thing to do because there's so many liars out there. Lie, lie, lie. Oh my gosh, I hope they have fun lying because they mess people's lives up and people that lie, right? I'm thirsty. Yes. Okay. Anyway, it's going to springtime. Of course, it's raining like cats and dogs where I live constantly, which is good because my river, down the street from me, my river looked as big as a creek this year. It got that small. And creek is pretty small. And the river was like, what? So we had a major drought, which is unusual because I lived here 10 years and never seen anything like that happen here. So it was like, what happened? Where did all the rain go? Well, it went to the East Coast. Yeah. So the East Coast, I wouldn't want to live over there. It's like these people, they don't have any electricity, or maybe even running water. I don't know. I don't know how they can live like that with no electricity or no running water. Shit. I'd be moving. I'd be like finding me a moving van like real soon. Like, I'm out of this place. I wouldn't live like that. No way. So I don't know why people want to live in there in the first place. It's like people like to live in states where there's hurricanes and tornadoes. Like, hurricanes and tornadoes are very deadly, but people live there. If I had to live where there's a hurricane or a tornado, I'd build my house underground. That's it. I'd build me a great big steel house underground so nothing can get in there. I'd make it waterproof and steel proof and really strong and go underground, and then do my job. My work would be underground, and then I'd have my groceries delivered to my house. That's it. That's how I'd live. So anyway, I'd rather live with earthquakes and that stuff, Everybody gets on Facebook sometimes. They crack me up. They go, oh, there's an earthquake over there in somewhere, Peru or whatever. And it was a 5-point something. Or, no, sometimes, actually, that's actually kind of big. It's sort of. But they'll say something like it's a 2.5. I'm like, a 2.5? You can't even feel that. And they're getting like all freaked out about it. You can't even feel a 2.5 earthquake. You're lucky to feel a 3-point something earthquake. Some of those things, they just like rock you to sleep. Like you'll be laying in bed and you'll start rocking back and forth really gently. And you kind of start feeling like, like you're still a baby in a crib and your mama's rocking you back and forth, and you just go back to sleep. You don't even get up, That's the kind of earthquakes I'm talking about. Those aren't scary. To people that don't understand earthquakes and don't live around the earthquake zone, they don't know what the difference is between a 2.5 and a 6.0. They don't know the difference. So you have to actually live in earthquake country to understand that these little tiny earthquakes are tiny. And they don't bother people that live there. And they really don't do anything. I lived in I think we had a 6-point something one time in California, and it didn't even knock the pictures off the wall. Didn't even move the dishes in the kitchen. Didn't even move the dishes in the cabinets. Nothing. Didn't move an inch. Nothing. Nothing moved at all. 6 point something. And most of the houses are built earthquake proof, which earthquake proof means that they built the houses like on these just rollers. And so when the earthquake comes, the house or apartment that you're living in literally rolls with the land. It rolls with the movement. So it doesn't roll like you're ice skating down the street or something, okay? It just gently rolls, so it takes the pressure off of you and the building and everything, and it's not as bad. If you were living in a brick house, it would turn to rubble in an instant. So they don't build brick houses out there. They build a lot of stucco kind of stuff, and people hate stucco, but that's the only thing that they can live in. They can't live in brick houses. They can't live in, any kind of house like that can crumble. They can't live in something like that. Like my parents, they live in a brick house, but they're in Arizona. They don't have earthquakes too often, okay? I think the last time they had an earthquake, it was like in the 1800s or something like that. So it's not very often they have earthquakes. But, they don't live in a 2-story. That's good. It's only a 1-story, so it's not going to, they don't have to worry about any bricks falling on their head. It'll just be the roof caving in. That'll be about it. Well, that wouldn't feel too good, especially if you're underneath the air conditioner. That'd be kind of heavy. They got a heavy air conditioner on the roof. I'm like, why did you put it on your roof? And they go, well, they had to. I'm like, why? My air conditioner's not on my roof, but whatever. I don't know. I don't understand air conditioning anyway. I don't work for an air conditioning place, so I don't know nothing about it. So, anyway, what's up with you guys? How are you guys doing? Been a long time. Sorry about that. I like to do radio shows. Really, I love doing these shows. They're fun. They're exciting, but you have to have the energy to do one. It's like, if you're on your last leg, are you going to go do anything? No, not really. I've been laying in bed, seriously, for the last month or so, just out of it, like somebody just took all my energy. But it's literally because you have to have at least 10 to 15 minutes of sunshine a day, and it's not something you could easily replace. If I've been taking vitamin D all this time, I probably wouldn't have a deficiency, so it's kind of my fault, too. I really didn't think it was going to come back, but it came back and hit me hard. It came back the second time and hit me worse than the first time. But usually 10, 15 minutes a day of sunshine, and that usually, you don't have to worry about vitamin D deficiencies, but there hasn't been any sunshine here, so good luck on that, right? So, and then the rest of the time when there is sunshine, I'm usually in the house, and I'm up all night. Like right now, it's 2:33 a.m. in the morning, and I'm up all night, and I sleep all day, and I sleep in a tomb, because I'm a vampire. Sorry, I thought you knew. Well, now you do. Anyway, and I have these very thick black curtains, and they keep all the sunshine out. Because when you're trying to sleep in the day, you got to sleep in the dark, right? So I made it as dark as you can get. So that's not helping me either, duh. So I'm trying to switch back to the daytime hours, but for some reason in daytime I have no energy. It's like even if I have good vitamin D and I'm not deficient at all, I still have no energy because I'm not a daytime person. I'm a nighttime person. Like right now I'm rolling 100 miles an hour because I'm a nighttime person. I can do that. This is my daytime. This is my normal time that I usually can do anything this time of night. This is my daytime. It's always been that way. When I can think back as far as 1980, I guess it was like 1987. I remember I lived in this one apartment for 4 years, and just one apartment, and I lived there, and every day, I'd get off work, I'd go to work from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. at night. and then I'd have to drive home. So by the time I got home, it was getting close to midnight. And then I'd get home and I'd eat and take a bath and whatever. And then I would stay, the rest of the time, I'd stay up to like 6, 7 in the morning playing on my keyboards, because I used to play music a lot. Back in those days, that was a long time ago. I don't do that anymore, but I used to do that. And I would play 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours a night. Depends, on, if I had to work the next day or not. But I would play all night. I had headphones attached to my keyboard, so I could play a keyboard as loud as I want, and nobody in the neighborhood's going to hear what I was doing. They couldn't hear it because I had the headphones on. So to me, I was in my own little world, la-di-da, it was great. And I loved doing that. But I was up all night, and I'd sleep half the day, and I'd get up, about 1 o'clock or something and go to work. So there you go. That's been my hours forever. I could think way back, even farther than that. Even when I had a problem even going to school, I was always tired. Every time I went to school, I was tired. I was yawning in class the whole time I was at class. Any class, I was yawning because I was always tired, because I'm just a nighttime person. I'd come home. I'm just a little kid. I'd come home, eat dinner. My parents would send me to bed 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in the evening. I'd be awake till 2 o'clock in the morning. They didn't know it, because I was pretty quiet. I just lay there in bed, just listening to everything. It's strange. I've always been this way. A lot of people say, well, you got to change your hours. Well, I could change my hours, yeah, but I'm just not 100%, I can't. I'm just not 100%. I'm a nighttime person, I can do anything at night, but in daytime, forget it. I'm useless, totally useless. So I just don't have any energy. I used to fall asleep at work all the time. I had a daytime job. I would practically fall asleep on the job. It's crazy. I've never been able to really get used to the daytime stuff. I heard something. I bet it was a cat. Well, my dogs are sleeping, so if they heard something, they'd start barking, right? And they're right here, so, okay. Anyway, I'm getting all nervous. Been watching too many murder shows. Ooh, yeah. Man, it's the more I watch those shows and then I see other shows, I'm thinking, what the heck, It's it's always family murdering family, or friends murdering family, or neighbors murdering your family. It's always somebody that's close to you. I mean, not always, there's always exceptions. There's a lot of weirdos run around. There's strangers that'll do stuff like that. But I'm just saying the majority are family members. And I was thinking to myself today, well, maybe when we came to this earth, maybe we came into a family that we were murdered by in a past life. And we have to learn how to get along and not kill each other in this life so we can go on to the next. I know, that's funny, huh? I know, it's funny. That's really funny to me because sometimes you think about some of your family members and you kind of think about how they are and how they act and how they look at you and stuff, and you're thinking, man, is this my family member or my enemy? Or sometimes you get weird feelings from a family member, I don't know, it's like a weird feeling, like you're scared of them, like you fear them, you don't trust them. You kind of get a feeling like that from them, and it's a family member, and you're like, what the heck? What's wrong here? Why am I getting that? So you just kind of wonder, if we really are or not reincarnated. I mean, my name means reincarnated. That's what my name means. My mother, when she named me the name, really wasn't thinking that. She just liked the name because it was French, and she thought, oh, that's a cool name, and all that. But, I'm such a strange person that I really believe in stuff like that. I believe in a lot of stuff. I mean, because I'm the kind of person that, you're really going to have to really prove it to me that it's not real. Because to me, everything's possible. it's really hard, even when I see UFO stories. Like I was watching one day on TV about UFOs, and you always get these guys on there that have to debunk the UFOs, and I'm just sitting there. I'm practically yelling at the television set, telling them to shut up, because it's like, you don't know nothing about UFOs, you stupid idiot. If you've seen one yourself, you wouldn't be debunking them, But these people had probably never seen one, so how can they debunk it, I don't get it, It's like, if you really see one, they're real. Period. There's like nobody in this world that can tell you any different, because you've seen it. You've seen one. They're real. And it's like, it's like I'm looking at my computer. I know it's real. It's sitting right in front of me. It looks real to me. So it's the same thing. I've seen a UFO. It's real. It was real just like my computer's real. I didn't imagine it, and I wasn't alone either, so I wasn't imagining it alone, it wasn't one of those situations. I was with a lot of people that saw it with me, so, that's for sure. I know it's real, okay? So don't be debunking. Certainly there is some people that go out there and Photoshop, and they make fake movies and all this other stuff. Yeah, there's people that do that stuff all the time. You just got to know which ones are real, which ones aren't, And you have to really just study it. But most of them are real. They really are. They're seen all around the world, not just the United States, In fact, the one I saw was in Mexico. It wasn't even in the United States, So there you go. They're all over. They're all over the place. They don't come on land everywhere and stuff all the time, but they fly by, And sometimes if you're not looking, you're not going to see them. A lot of people, they go about their life hardly ever looking at the sky. They just go to work and go to the store, and they hardly ever look up, It's like they don't know what's going on. A lot of times you don't really see it in the daytime. Sometimes, some people do see those things in the daytime, but it's really rare. I think they have some kind of cloaking device on their ship or something, so you can't see them, That's what I'm thinking. But for sure. I'm serious. I'm not kidding around here. Jeez, man. So anyway, I'm going to play a song. So I'll see you in a minute. Bye.
I can call, but you can't hear me screaming to your ear. I haunt your every step. Then you turn and no one's there. This doesn't make any sense at all. Any sense at all. This doesn't make any sense at all. Can you tell me when I die? I thought I was alive. Just a moment ago I tried. This doesn't make any sense at all. Any sense at all. This doesn't make any sense. So fool me, tell me I'm alive. Take me to the other side. Feel me, help me find the light. Take me to the other side. I just can't find the door to take me away from here. My routine I can't ignore. You will see me more and more. This doesn't make any sense at all. Any sense at all. This doesn't make any sense. So fool me, tell me I'm alive. Take me to the other side. I'll be lost somewhere in time. Take me to the other side. The end unknown, when's it gonna find you? The end unknown, where's it gonna take you? The end unknown, the end unknown.
Hey, I'm back. This is the Unknown Show with Kra-Z Wren-A. Number 59, excuse me, this is number 59, the second time around, because the first show, I erased it. I didn't do it on purpose, okay? I was trying to put it on SoundCloud or whatever that's called. I was trying to put it on that, and I thought I was actually putting it on there, and I erased it, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it anywhere in my computer. I totally erased it. Forever. So if you missed it, sorry. It was a good show, too. Dang it. I hate that when it happens. You know, I do a good show, and I erase the good show. Have all the bad shows, erase the good one. Whatever. Anyway, that song kind of reminds me of like when you're a kid and you're always asking questions to your parents and stuff. You're always asking them this and that, and they're telling you what everything is, and then you come to those questions where they can't answer them. I hate those questions. And then you grow up and you find out still nobody can answer them. It's like, what the heck is going on? Boy, when they say you're not using 100% of your brain, I can see why they say that. Okay? You know, I mean, they got all this supposedly proof of what happened in the past, but they sure missed out a lot of stuff, or they burned it, or they destroyed it, or something happened to all the things that we would like to know, like, where's heaven at? And where does God live? And do we have one universe, or is there something outside of our universes? Sometimes they say we have multiverses. Multiverses. That sounds kind of nice and singy-songy, huh? But anyway, you know, I always think that to me, I personally think that we live in the round bubble called a universe, and outside of that, that's where God's at. I'm thinking that God is so big, he's bigger than the universe, and that's why when he comes down to see us, when he decides to, it's actually going to scare the crap out of all of us, because he's going to be that big. I mean, we're going to look in the sky, and the whole sky is going to be his face, right? That's my opinion anyway. But, you know, that would be pretty scary. But, you know, you just kind of, have all these questions about that. Where are you going to go when you die? Are you going to hell? Are you going to heaven? What does it look like? Where is it at? When's God coming down? Nobody knows, right? Is he watching us right now? From where? Where is he watching us from? Does he send his angels down in flying saucers to check us out? Is that what the flying saucer thing's all about? They're probably just angels running around in flying saucers checking us out and then reporting back, right? Okay, this is what they're doing now. Those idiots. It's like, seriously, they're probably saying right now, they're probably got a ship over Washington, D.C. watching Obama saying, this is what the idiot's doing now. You suck. Okay, you suck. Between his health care and everything else, his ego health care, Obama health care. Doesn't it have the word ego in the middle there somewhere? Sounds like it to me. Seriously? If anybody's nuts, he is, man. Don't call me nuts. Call him nuts. That guy's nuts. Guys, everything he's done since so far has been crazy, weird, stupid stuff. It's like, what are you doing? I mean, the guy he's just a warmonger. He's just after everybody. It's like, what the heck? And people, oh man, we're in for a wild ride. You know it? I mean, okay, when they say the world's going to get better, I hardly ever believe that, because ever since I've been born, the world has gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. It's never gotten better, so it's just going in a downward spiral. I can't talk, I know, sorry. That's the way I talk. I talk goofy. I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry. But what is that, spider? Ew. Get off me. I'm getting attacked by the spiders. Lord of the Rings spiders. Oh my god, get off me. Ah! Oh, I don't know what that was. Maybe it was just a piece of fuzz. I don't want to take a chance, though. I don't want it on me. I don't like spiders. Daddy Longlegs are okay. I let them crawl around my shower. Well, not this place because I don't get any spiders in this house, but I used to. In my condo, I used to get daddy longlegs spiders in my shower, and they say that, they're harmful. They'll just eat the bad spiders. I'm like, really? Okay, then leave them alone. They're little daddy longlegs, so they never bothered me anyway. They just look funky, but they don't bite you. They're just after regular bugs. Spider meat. Spider eats spider. Cannibalism. Yeah. Ew, gross. So anyway, oh gosh, I don't know. Now I'm itching. What's wrong with me? What? I think a spider thing's getting to me now. Getting those. You see a spider or something. You think you see a spider, then you start getting itchy everywhere because you think your spiders are crawling all over you. After that, you just get that. Get off me. You just want to take a shower for forever after that. Oh god. I have fear. I have an acrophobia, whatever you call it. Fear of spiders. I have the fear of spiders. I do. I really do. I'm more afraid of that than anything. I think I'm more afraid of a spider than a snake. At least I could see a snake and know where to run away from it. But a spider? I don't know. They're sneaky. Real sneaky. I don't open my windows too often because I know those suckers will crawl through. They like to crawl right through your screen. It's like they don't make a screen that's spiderless, a spiderless screen. The holes are too big. They just know how to slip right through there. A lot of bugs can get through your screen. That's what I hate about screens. They really don't do much good. For what? Are they for looks or what? They don't keep the bugs out. Hello? Oh my gosh. I had to open my window the other day though. I was getting asphyxiated in here. It's like I had the heater on. It's taking all the air out of the house. And I was like, where's the oxygen? I was like, so I opened up the window. I was like, oh, that's better. Let some fresh air in the house. That was pretty nice. And it was raining a little bit, but it wasn't raining in the house. It was just raining outside. That was nice. Good. Little bit of heater and I like to do that. I used to do that in the car sometimes. I'd have the heater on and then open the window in the car at the same time. And it was the perfect temperature then. It's and then you get oxygen at the same time you got your heater on. So, you get the air, fresh air and the heat, and it's just kind of mixed together. Very nice. I like to do that. I do weird stuff like that. I don't know people that do stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe some of you do stuff like that. Maybe I'm not the only one. Every time I think I'm the only one, I'm not the only one doing this stuff. There's always somebody else doing the same thing you're doing. You just think you're the only one. It's like one time I did this piece of artwork, and I was running around the internet looking at other artwork, checking it out so I can get some ideas of where to go next, because sometimes I just run out of stuff in my head and I can't think of anything to draw, so I find something else, or sometimes I need to learn how to paint something, or so I had to use other people's art to try to paint theirs so I can learn from it while I'm painting it. That's how you learn how to paint, is you just paint other people's stuff sometimes so you can learn from it, because you actually do learn from painting other people's stuff. And then you get other ideas after that, and you could just move on from there for a while, But that's how artists do that. So anyway, I was looking around the thing after I painted this one piece of work one day, and I was looking around, and I was going through all these art pictures, and then all of a sudden I ran across one that was mine, and I was like, what the hell? How'd that get there? I didn't put that there. And then I was looking at it really carefully, and then I pulled up mine, and then I kept going back and forth in the pictures, and then I found out it wasn't mine. It really wasn't, but it was so close, you could barely tell. I just had to really look at the detail to find out if that was mine or if that was somebody else's. And it was somebody else's, but it was the same idea, which that was cool, but it was like, wow, somebody else thinks like you, that's, so sometimes when you think you're all alone in this world, nobody thinks like you, well, that's a bunch of BS. There's always somebody out there that thinks like you or thinks about something before you think about it. So that's like, if you want to you want to invent something, sometimes you get discouraged because you can try to go invent something and find out somebody already invented it or somebody already thought of the idea before you, it's like, what? So that just means that somebody thinks like you, which is cool, so you're not like alone in this world. There's like, we're all so closely knitted, we don't even realize how closely knitted we all are. We really are closely knitted. We are like one big family. I mean, that's why I hate war, because, you gotta really think back. If I just think about my family, I could just start out with me and my ex-husband. I could start out there and then, count the kids and then count the grandkids and then think about how many kids the grandkids are going to have. And you can see how the family from just that point on grew, from 2 people to 16, just in one family, one group of people, one little group of family. And you got 16 people within one's lifetime, say. Okay, well, there's actually more than that if you go back, there's way more. So it just keeps growing and growing. And it's like we're all really, in a way, we're related. So, if you think about Adam and Eve, we're related. We are related. And here we have wars and killing each other. So it doesn't matter if a person's a different skin color. They live in another country. Well, we moved around a lot, okay? We weren't all just born. Most people in America are really originally from America. The only ones that are originally from America are the Indians. Hello? If you're 100% Indian and you were born in this land, then you are 100% American and you are from this land. If you're from somewhere else, if you got German or French or English or something in you, then you're from somewhere else, okay? So, people move around. So, but that's what I'm saying. People move around. You got relatives from all kinds of countries. You don't know how many relatives you really have. Nobody really knows that, So it's like, we're just one big family and we're all killing each other. That's sick. It's sick. It's got to stop. So I wish there was a miracle cure for that, I'm one person. I'm one person that can talk about it, but what can I do about it? I think everybody just has to do it all at the same time, and I'll do something about it and stop it. Make it stop. I don't know. I don't know how it's ever going to stop. As long as you all got governments, I think that's the first thing everybody's got to do. Get rid of the governments. That's what I would say. That's what I think. That's the big problem right there. Everybody's got some government ruling over their country. What the heck? I don't need anybody ruling over me. I don't need no president or king or queen or anything else. They're messing it up, okay? Believe it or not, they're messing it up. We don't need them. We got each other. Why can't people just get together and work it all out from there? Everybody just work together with each other, I don't know. I wish I had an answer. My answers probably aren't good enough for some people. Some people like the government. Some people like to vote. Why? I don't know. I've never voted. I never will. I won't vote. I'm going on 56 years old. I've never voted. I don't care. I don't want to. I don't like the people to vote for one thing. I don't trust them. I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are. Get it? Do you know who they are? Hell no. You don't know who they are. You go and vote and thinking that you know them because you've seen a little bit of them on TV. Do you really know them? No, you don't know them. Did you grow up with them? Did you go to college with them? Are you friends with them? Do you play basketball with them on the weekends? No. So why are you going out voting for some ghost? You're voting for some invisible ghost that you've seen on TV a few times. So what? I've seen movie stars on TV too. I don't vote for them either. But seriously, I mean, come on. I mean, people just don't realize what reality is. That's some kind of game they want you to play. I'm not playing nobody's game. I play my own games, okay? You know, it's like I don't even have a high school diploma. Do I care? No. Why? Why do I need a high school diploma? To prove that I have a brain? I mean, so I missed a couple years of high school. Couple years, so what? You know? Does that make me any less of a person? Does that make me a stupid idiot? I don't know. I think it all depends on what you learn from there. You know, if you learn something after school, well, it's the same, big deal. I mean, a lot of the math and stuff, what do I need that for? You know, I don't use all that math, so why would I have to learn all the algebra and all that other crap? I don't use it, so what do I need it for, you know? So that's why I had to graduate from high school, so I can learn all that math that I didn't need to use. You know, it's like, you know, teach people in school what they want to learn. Don't teach them things they don't want to learn, that's not them. An artist maybe needs to know a little geometry, maybe. That's about it. I don't need to know all this other stuff. You know, I'm not going to get into much reality painting anyway. I don't need to know everything to perfection and know all this math. I'm not going to build a house or a building. So, what do I need it for? Seriously, I'm not going to build a bridge either or anything else like that. I don't need it. It's like, you know, I think everybody's kids pretty much know what they want to do when they're little. A lot of us do. Me, I always wanted to be an artist or I wanted to be a musician. That's all I wanted to do. I always wanted to do this stuff. So, why did I have to go to school and learn all this other crap? Like have an English teacher that used to put me down in English class and make me feel like crap in front of all the other kids because my report on a book wasn't good enough for her? Oh, give me a break. Really? I can go write a book right now and actually have somebody else proofread it or whatever they do to it, and they can just fix all the mistakes that I make in there. Whammo! So what did I need to learn English for? I could have somebody else do it for me. Who cares? You know, somebody that is interested in learning English properly, then, you know, you can pay people to do that. You can write any book you want. You know, I just don't get the point, you know. I like the people that homeschool their children. I know a lot of people would love to do it, but they can't because they have to work. But the people that really do have the time and can homeschool their children, I'm like, you know, I just love you people because you're doing what that child needs to know. You know, you're focusing on what your child really needs, not what the teachers don't. And teachers in public schools don't focus on what your child really needs. They're teaching you what they're told to teach the kids. They're not focusing on what that kid likes or needs. Half the time they ignore the kid or they, you know, cut down, criticize your kid for doing something outside the box, you know, because, you know, they're doing something that they don't want you to learn, you know, and they just put you down. So it's like, you know, homeschooling is better. I think it's way better around. I'm thinking that those kids are going to turn out better than the kids that came out of public schools. Telling you what, and even in the Catholic schools, oh my God, they're even worse. They're worse. I mean, all they do is teach religion, and that's it. That's it. That's all they learn is religion. At least back in the old days, they did. I mean, that's what some people told me, as all they were taught is religion. They weren't taught math, science, history, nothing. So, you know, that was kind of a waste of their time, too. They went to school and I mean, it's okay to learn religion, but learn about God, yeah. But just that, I think even God would want us to know more than that. I think He wants us to know as much as we can. I don't know, or that maybe He wants us to be stupid. I'm not really sure. How does that thing go? Something about the meek will inherit the earth. So I don't know what that means. The stupid people? I don't know. So maybe I should be more stupid and I'll inherit the earth, right? No, wait a minute. I don't want to inherit the earth. I'd rather inherit heaven, right? Is that how it goes? Boy, I'm backwards. I don't know what I'm talking about. That figures. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. What do you expect? You tried at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. I know people that can't make it past 10 o'clock at night. They're out of it. They can't even talk after 10 o'clock at night. They can't, you try talking to them, they'll just look at you with a dirty look like, shut up, don't talk to me, I'm tired. Excuse me, sorry. Oh my gosh. I can go on about anything, can't I? That's funny. But anyway, yeah, the world needs to change and we can't change it. Doesn't that suck? And all the people vote. You can vote all day long. You ain't going to get anything better. Have you gotten anything better yet? Look at the presidents I've been gone through since I was a kid. Anything's getting better? Hell no. They all gotten worse. Worse and worse. Worse before the last one. Worse before the last one. Worse before the next one's worse and the next one's worse. It's like, gosh. Yeah, that voting really helps. Okay, sure it does. Whatever. I don't know. I'd just rather be me. I'd rather just do what I feel I want to do, what I feel is right. My life, I just try to do the right things. That's all. That's my whole life is based on just doing good things, not following everybody and what everybody else does, not liking everything that everybody else likes. I just focus on what I like. Is that obnoxious? Is that self-centered? Maybe. But at least I'm not following like a sheeple. I don't want to be a sheeple or a sheepy. I want to do what I do, So I think as long as you're doing right things, good things, I think it doesn't really matter what you do. As long as you're being a good person. But being a follower is bad. You can be following somebody's footsteps and you'd be walking straight into hell too. So you got to be careful about following people because you don't know who you're following sometimes. And worshiping anybody. Don't be worshiping politicians, rock stars, movie stars. Don't be worshiping them. You can go and you can like them, but worshiping them, to where you got 30 pictures and posters of them. You go see every concert that they have, that you got to follow them around the whole United States. Follow them every time they have a concert. That's like worshiping that person or that group, and that's getting out of hand there. And you really don't want to go there with that. If you do by the good book, God pretty much says don't worship anybody else but me. I think He means it. I'm not messing with that deal. I don't worship anybody but Him. That's it. So I'm real careful with that. Sometimes you have to be real careful with stuff. Some people never read the Bible, so they have no clue what's going on. A lot of people have gone to church, but they only hear parts of the Bible, but they're all mixed up. It's like, you go to church and one week they'll read this part of the Bible. The next week they'll read some other part of the Bible. The next week they'll read some other part. But it's all mixed up, It's like you're not reading the Bible from the very beginning to the very end. I think that's very important for everybody that believes in God. I think it's important for everybody to read the Bible from the very start to the very finish, at least one time in your life. Because to read it from front to back is very important. A lot of Christians I know, I've asked them, have you ever read the Bible front to back? And they said, no. And I'm like, you're kidding me, right? And then they're Christian, and I'm like, come on, you got to do that if you're a Christian. I mean, most religions anyway most people do read their Bible front to back, but there's a lot of people that really don't. And it's shocking too, it's like, wow. So I kind of push it on them. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being, honest and truthful with my friends and just telling me, look, you got to read this thing from front to back. You're not really getting the whole story. You're not going to get the gist of the story if you're getting pieces thrown all over the place. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I'm still here. My computer light went out. Got to move that mouse around. Okay. All right. So, it's time for a song. I'm sitting here preaching again. Well, what else are you going to do when you're talking to yourself? It's hard to think about stuff when you don't have anybody to talk to. I'm sitting here talking to myself, okay? Get it? Okay. I think you get it. All right. Be back in a second.
Just in case I face another wrong way, I feel I have to say, go, don't wanna run away, no, I got a red motorcycle that I drive at night, I got a mind but I can't do it right. I hope to stay me drown and laugh and know what it's like. Maybe they'll get some rest. Forget what you like. I got a red motorcycle that I drive at night. I got a mind full of mischief, but I can't do it right. I hope to stay me drown and laugh and know what it's like. Maybe they'll get some rest. Forget what you like. So my walls away. Now my way is safe, and then I found my place on a big display. I feel I have to say, go, just wanna run away. No.
Oh boy, I just had an electrocuted lemon inside my mouth. Oh, yeah. That's what it felt like when I bit down on this lozenge, and my mouth felt like I was getting electrocuted, and it kind of had that lemon aftertaste. Like bitter kind of feeling in my eyes. Oh, God. Anyway, I think I'm okay now. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, that song is called Runaway, and that used to kind of be my name when I was a teenager. I ran away 3 times away from home, and because I was like 14 years old, and I wanted to live my own life and do my own thing, and I was ready to go. Of course, I really couldn't get a job yet. I was ready to go. They kept finding me on the beach, One time they got 2 guys in suits. I think it might have been the FBI. I don't know who the hell they were. They came over and found me in the middle of a school day on the beach, and they said, "Excuse me, miss, aren't you supposed to be at school?" And I go, I don't live here." They go, "Well, you don't live here. Where are you from?" "Arizona." And I tried to say that my family was here on vacation. They said, "Well, where's your family?" And I was like, "I don't know." So they took me in, found out I was a runaway. Oh, and sent me back home. Great! Just where I wanted to go. Well, and I just kept running away from relationships after that, too, because it's like, I was smart enough to know when things aren't right. When things aren't right, I want to get the hell away from people like that, I don't want to be around people that are mean, evil, punishing, creepy people. I wanted to get around nice people, I wanted to live my own life and just get away from them at all, Jeez. I don't want to be around people that are controlling and pushy and mean and beating you up and hitting you and cussing you out. It's like, I don't need that. Some people, they might enjoy that. I never enjoyed that. I don't like that lifestyle. It's not me. It's like the biker. I call it the biker lifestyle. And I'm not talking about just any biker. I'm talking about, like the mean bikers, like the Hells Angels or something, It's like, I don't want to live that kind of lifestyle where you're getting drunk and cussing people out. People are having fights all the time. They're all drugged up on drugs. And it's like, I don't want to be around that. So I was always trying to run away from stuff like that. I didn't want to be around it. So eventually I finally simmered down and stopped running away. But I finally found some people I can be around that are very, enjoyable, not scared, not somebody I'm scared of. I don't like to be around scary people, so I made sure that I found good neighborhood to live in, just people around me that are good people, But you have to do a lot of searching for something like that. That takes a while to get around the people you really want to be around, But I was like kind of person, It's like I just can't hang around. Sorry, I'm not hanging with people like that. They're messed up. I'm not you're not gonna mess me up. You ain't gonna drag me down into your hole. You want to be in the hole? Okay, be by yourself. But I ain't gonna be there with you. Just not gonna do it. So maybe there's another self-centered thing about me, I guess. I guess I'm just that way. I'm not going to really apologize for the way I am like that, but that's because that's the way I want to be. I want to, like I said, I want to live life right. I want to do things good. I want to do things right and have a good life, not live a horrible nightmare, I never liked that. I wasn't born in this world to live through nightmares, People going to have a nightmare, they can have it all on their own. Thank you. Just, keep it over there, and I'll keep it over here. So that's me, the runaway. That was my name. Oh boy, my mother used to shoot that one at me a lot. You can't run away from home. It's costing us a lot of money. I'm sorry. Well, then, got to get things straight, or I'm not going to live here. That's it. So that's that. A lot of people have problems at home, a lot of people. So, I know I'm not the only one out there. There's a lot of us out there that have had to go through a lot of crazy stuff, But when you finally get older, you finally find out what you want to be, who you want to be around, And you just make sure you don't get around the people you don't want to be around, right? You stay away from them, That's it. But, when you're young, young girls especially, I think a lot of us are looking for the bad boy type. I don't know what it is. It's just an attraction to the opposite type of person, bad boy type. But then you find out that's not what you really want to be around, with. One thing, they're looking at other women, they're controlling you, they're jealous, they're insecure. It's like, I don't want to be around people like that. So I finally decided to stop chasing bad boys, just not going to go there, That's just, that's a disaster waiting to happen right there, really. I was lucky to make it out of a few relationships alive. Seriously. So you learn from stuff like that. I can't even believe I'm still here after all the stuff I've been through. How does that happen? I don't know. I think I got lots of angels. I keep saying that. I got lots of angels hanging around, making sure I don't die just yet, I don't know why they want me around for so long. I guess maybe that's why I'm doing a radio show. Maybe there's something that I need to say that's going to hook on to somebody that'll either help them or something. Maybe I'm not saying anything. I don't know. I'm just here having fun. I love doing this. I do. I love doing this. Like I said, I have some energy to do this, or that I just can't do this if I don't have energy. Period. I can't do much. My energy drains, I'm drained, and that's that. It's like, I'm like, when you have a vitamin D deficiency, it's like you're living in a dream because you're like half awake and half asleep, and you're just like, there's nothing there. You're just blah, But it's like you worked a, 300-hour week, and you have no sleep at all. It's something like that. Just no energy at all, So now I'm getting some of it back, and I'm feeling better. Yay! I've had a hard winter this year. I've had a hard winter, so a lot of things going on in my life. I'm just trying to pull it all together, Well, everybody's going to have problems in their life, Life isn't smooth sailing all the time. A lot of times, my mom's always saying things always come in threes. And every time something bad happens, it usually comes in threes. Boy, is she right. Every time something bad happens to me, 2 more bad things happen to me on top of that. It's like, where is this coming from? Why is this happening? But it all happens all at one time. And it's always threes for some reason. So it's like when this number 2 thing happens, I'm waiting for the number 3 to come around the corner at any time. I'm like, okay, what's it going to be now? You're always just praying it's not going to be a car accident or something, Man, that's all I don't need, because I've already hit my head pretty hard once. If I hit my head again like that again, I will be dead the next time for sure, because I think my head will crack open next time. It's not made out of metal. It's made out of bone, but, how many times do you have to hit it before it cracks, like an eggshell? How many times do you have to crack that eggshell before it cracks, Or without getting a piece of eggshell in your egg, that can happen to your head, you can get a piece of your head pop off right off your brain, great. Then you'll bleed to death or something, or your brain will pop out. I don't know. One or the other. Ooh, gross. That's gross. I get gross sometimes. I'm sorry. I've seen too many spooky movies when I was growing up. That's the dark side of me. I'm not evil. I'm not cruel. I'm not mean. I don't punish people. I don't control people. But I've seen a lot of spooky movies. I have, and I agree. I have to honestly say I've done that. But, when I was a kid, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to see what the other side was like. But then after they came out with a few few movies I couldn't watch them anymore because they just started getting grosser and grosser, and I just couldn't watch those things anymore. And I don't watch them anymore at all. After the pin needle guy came out, I forgot the name of the movie, but the guy with the pin needles all over his head, that was gross enough just looking at him, okay? That was sick. I couldn't stand that movie. That whole movie made me sick to my stomach. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's another one that made me sick to my stomach. So there's a few of them that just, can't do it. So I can't do it anymore. I don't have the guts to do it. Even when I was watching these murder shows on the Investigative Discovery Channel the other day, there's one type of show I can't watch. I actually get angry and have to walk away. I actually get angry at the show. It's the people, the show, like the women or whatever, they're the men, whoever, that murder children. I get pissed. I get really mad. Because I can't understand how anybody can kill their own child. How can they do that? Even if their kid is getting on their nerves, what would you do? You wouldn't kill it. You would have somebody babysit it for a while, and you go take a walk, or you can go to the shopping mall or something, just get away for a while, or put headphones on. Like when I had little kids and they were screaming too much and they wouldn't shut up, sometimes I just put headphones on, turn the stereo up, and I'd be watching them, but I wouldn't have to listen to them screaming all the time, because they'd be having a freaking, what do you call it, a tantrum fit, because my son used to have tantrums all the time. He's great now. He's a great man. He's totally got it together now, but when he was little, tantrums after tantrums after tantrums, that kid, you couldn't make him happy. He was always having a tantrum. He'd have a tantrum for nothing, just to have a tantrum. So a lot of times I just put the headphones on, listen to some loud music, and then I was fine. I don't have to listen to it. But to kill your child, what the hell are you thinking? Who would do something like that? Kill an innocent little child. Oh, that's sickening. That's sickening. That I just get so angry about that. I saw that on the news one time. I think it was the news or something. It was a long time ago. And some guy leaned into. He was like I don't know if it was a drug situation, but he went in the house and he killed the parents and all that stuff. And there was a child. I think it was one of the parents was in a car getting ready to go somewhere, and they had a child in the back seat. And they killed everybody, and the child was a toddler. I mean, probably about, 12, 13, 14 months old, something like that. Just really small. You can't talk yet, hardly. And he's not going to be able to tell the police who did it. He's not going to be able to show them through a lineup who did it and all that. But the guy took a gun through the car and shot the kid in the child's seat. That made me furious. Furious. How can he do that? What the hell's wrong with this guy? I don't care if he's on drugs, he's not on drugs. How can you do that? People on drugs don't go around killing everybody. Some of them do, I guess, but some of them, most people don't. I don't know. I mean, you have to be on a pretty strong drug to be doing that. I mean, but the guy, it's like he knew what he was doing. Why would he do that? The kid ain't going to be able to tell anybody who you are. That's sick. That's sick. You see, that things like that. I don't understand the evil in this world. I will never understand the evil in this world. You can't make me understand it because there's no reason for any of it to be happening. No reason for people to do things the way they do things. Like some people, they instead of getting divorced, they kill the husband or the wife for insurance money, or they just kill them just to get rid of them. It's like, why don't they just leave? Why don't they get divorced? That person's got to leave the house eventually, and then you can leave. Right when that person leaves, then you can leave before they come back, and don't come back, and then you're away from that person you don't like or whatever, But it's like killing somebody. That just doesn't make any sense. If you have kids and say you kill your spouse, then the kid's not going to have any parents then. The one person's going to go to jail, prison the rest of their life, and the other person probably passed away. And then the child is an orphan and has no parents at all after that. Is that right? What are they thinking? People just don't think. Yeah. So if you're one of those evil people out there, you better get together and go see God. You got to get God in your life like right now. Seriously. Because you need God. But, sometimes I think it could be just people with major problems in their brain, because your brain does control you and your thoughts. And some people don't really know what they're doing. They really don't. Because they're really messed up. They don't know that they're messed up, but they're messed up. And since they did away with a lot of the, homes that you send people to when they're crazy, they did away with all these places, and now there's crazy people running around everywhere now. They're either running around loose or they're in jail, one or the other, but they're running around. So, what are you going to do with that? I don't know. It's sad, really sad to, the people should get help or people should get them help if they see that their kid or their brother or sister or their spouse or whatever is messed up in the head. They should get them help, or try to get them help, or get them on some medicine that'll help them or something. I don't know. I seen the show the other day. Well, it kind of has something to do with this and kind of not. But it was like showing people had these major brain injuries, and they became like savants overnight, savants, the people that can become a professional piano player or absolute extreme artist or something. And they never did that before their major, accident in their brain or whatever. And they all of a sudden the one guy, he became this piano player, and he never played piano in his life, and he just sat down and started playing like it was nothing, and it's like, huh? So, sometimes your brain gets recircuited after an accident, and you can do things that you've never were able to do before, just because of your accident. So that's kind of weird too. That's kind of a neat show, watching all those people with those different things that they could do. But some of them, they can't shut it off, though. They said that they can't shut it off, that it just keeps going in their head. One person's a number person. He can't stop. He keeps thinking all these numbers constantly in his head all day long. Numbers, 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 numbers. And the other guy, he can't shut the music off. He keeps hearing music, 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 and he has to stop every once in a while. If he goes on a trip to the store or something, he has to stop at some piano store so he can play the piano real quick, and then he can go for a while. And then, but then when he gets home, he's got to play it again. And he says he hardly ever gets any sleep because he's got to constantly play music. So it's kind of strange, But man, I mean, that must kind of be. It's kind of like heaven for them, because they can make a lot of money doing it. But then it's hell on top of it, because they're not getting sleep. They're pressured constantly by this thing that's tormenting them. But it's a torment that's paying off, But it's still hard on them. Yeah, man, that must be really horrible to live like that. Actually, you'd think that they would turn psycho and go crazy and start killing everybody. I know, it's just like they look like they were just tortured, Man, I don't know. I'm glad that didn't happen to me. I had a severe brain injury, but I haven't really found anything that I'm savant at yet. I try a lot of different things, but I don't find myself like doing excellent at anything just yet. I just do everything so. I do my best, but I'm still not producing as well as I want to produce the things I do. I don't understand why I'm not able to. I must have really screwed up my brain pretty bad. That's all I can say. I hit my head going about 80 miles an hour. I hit my head on the windshield. Went out the windshield. My car was rolling, and I went out in middle of the freeway in the middle of the night, and they got me in the hospital after that, and I was unconscious for 2 days. I was actually in a coma for 2 days, and ever since then, I had after that, about 14 years later, I got epilepsy, and they said it was pretty much think it was from the accident. And I said, how come it took so long to get epilepsy? And they said, it just does that sometimes. And I'm like, really? But I hit my head pretty hard. I hurt my right temporal lobe, if anybody knows anything about brains. So, because they did all these brain tests on me, kind of like the guy at the needles in his head. They stuck all these things on my head. It felt like they were sticking needles in my head. They probably were. And they put this on it's called an EEG. Not an egg, but an EEG. And it takes brain, it does these brain movements of your brain, and then they read these things afterwards. I don't know what they find out. They never really told me a lot about it. They just said, yeah, you have seizures. I'm like, duh. I could have told you that without you doing this test. I could have told you that a long time ago. Why you give me this test to find out that I have seizures? I mean, I told you I have seizures. The fireman found out I have seizures, and you're sitting there telling me I have to have a test. I guess because they weren't sure about my insurance, or they didn't want to pay my insurance till they had proof about it. That was weird. That was totally weird. I was like, whatever. And then they wanted me to pay for the test. The insurance didn't even want to pay for it. I'm like, what? God, people are such thieves out there. I'll tell you what. Thieves, 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 and liars, liars, liars. And killers, killers, killers. Man, what a mess this world is. If anybody wants to stay on this world, it ain't me. I mean, I like the world. I like a lot of things on this planet. I like all the good things, but I certainly don't like the bad things. I don't like it at all. I'd rather not be around any of it. If I had the choice, I'd rather not be around any of it. It's just totally disgusting. Disgusts me. Disgusts a lot of people out there. Who wants to be around all that evil stuff, A lot of people are just waiting for God just to please come down. I think a lot of people I know pray almost every night. Please, God, come back. Hello, we're here. We're waiting for you. Come back. But you think of all those prayers, you think you'd hear us and say, okay, all right. They're all praying for me to come back, so I better come back, right? So we're all waiting still, patiently. But, I hear a lot of times, generation to generation that God's coming back in our generation. And then our generation passes, and then the next generation says, our God's coming back in our generation. So it's like it keeps going on and on. So don't put all your money in the basket thinking that he's going to come back anytime soon. I don't know. I think it's going to get even a lot worse before he comes down. So we're the only ones that have control of it right now. But really, the devil's got a lot of control of it right now, if you want to know the truth. People don't want to see it that way because they'd rather deny it. Deny, denial, denial. Like my friend said, one of my friend's tapes that I listened to tonight, he says, denial, denial, denial. Well, I understand the denial thing. I've seen it all over the place. A lot of people denying things that they should just wake up and listen to and smell the coffee. Would you smell the coffee and pick a rose and smell that too while you're at it? Okay. Time to play a song. Bye. Oops. I'm back. Okay, here's a joke for you. Okay. 3 guys are fishing when an angel appears. The first guy says, I've suffered from back pain for years. Can you help me? The angel touches the man's back and he feels instant relief. The second guy points to his thick glasses and begs for a cure for his poor eyesight. When the angel tosses the lenses into the lake, the man gains 20/20 vision. As the angel turns to the third fellow, he instantly recoils and screams, Don't touch me! I'm on disability! Okay, I don't know if that was funny or not. To me, it was funny. Ha ha ha. It was funny. Anyway, so, yeah, my cat's bugging me now, so I guess he wants me to get off the air. It's, it's probably time. 97 minutes, 55, 57, 58, 59, 98 minutes. Okay. Here's a bun recipe. Okay. Salt your service. I'm just reading a book. Looking for ideas. I don't know. Sometimes I run out of stuff. That's why this is probably the end of the show, because I run out of stuff to say. Yak, yak, yak. Because I could yak all day, but sometimes I run out of stuff, so I don't want to burn all my energy away. It's nice to feel I got some for once. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for coming. If anybody does come, probably everybody forgot who I was by now. Probably thought I was never coming back, huh? Fooled you, didn't I? Told you I was sick. Okay. Anyway, love you all. Thank you for coming. Hope you come again. Goodbye. Love you. Mwah. Bye.